Hi, I'm Amy Romeo, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make these really pretty holiday bow earrings using faux leather and a Cricut. I have 4 really pretty designs for you, and I will leave a link down below if you want to grab the SVGs and craft along with me. Now the faux leathers that I'm using a glossy glitter faux leather for the bow and then a fun holiday print, but you can use anything you'd like. And I will leave links to all of the faux leathers that I used for the samples I made in case you want to shop some of those prints. Now I'll be using my Cricut Maker today, but you can use any of the current Cricut machines, including the Cricut Joy, because they all cut faux leather with the standard fine point blade. Now I'll be using my purple strong grip mat to cut the faux leather. If you're using the Joy or the Joy Xtra, you can use the green mat that comes with those machines. Some other things you'll want to have on hand: some small curved or detail scissors, a weeding tool of some kind. For this project, the weeding hook is actually best because we can use this to poke through the little earring hole that the Cricut is going to cut. And if the earring hole does not cut all the way through, it's great to use one of these 1/16 inch hole punches. These make the perfect size earring hole in faux leather, and they're great if you just need a little extra help poking through the faux leather and making the complete earring hole. Now I'll be using some blue painter's tape as well. I'll show you a great trick how we'll use this to help us get good cuts with our Cricut and our faux leather. And then finally you need some jewelry making pliers, some 6mm jump rings, and some earring hooks. So let's go ahead and hop into Cricut Design Space. I will show you the 4 different designs for this project. We will choose one and then I'll show you how to cut out the faux leather and then make the earrings. Starting with a blank canvas in Cricut Design Space, you'll click on Upload and then Upload Image, and you'll browse to where the unzipped SVG file for this project is saved on your device. Click on it to select it and then click Open. You'll see a preview of the earring shapes. Click Continue and then Upload. So as I mentioned in the introduction, there are 4 different designs for these earrings, and I've created 2 versions of each design. So you can see that the version on the left has pre-cut earring holes and the version on the right does not. And that's because I've sized the earring holes and the earrings appropriately for you. So if this is your first time cutting faux leather earrings, I recommend cutting the shapes on the left-hand side. But I also give you the shapes on the right-hand side just in case you wanted to make them a lot larger or a lot smaller, which would affect the size of the earring hole. In that case, you would want to use the without holes version and then use that 1/16 inch hole punch to punch the perfect size hole after you've cut your faux leather. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup my shapes so I can delete the without holes version. And I'm going to delete the bottom 3 earrings since I won't be cutting those today. Now, no matter which design you choose, they're all going to cut and be made the same way. So here we have the bottom layer, which will cut from one type of faux leather or one color or print, and then the bow will cut from another. Now, because both of these layers are going to cut from the same cut setting in Design Space, we can actually cut them on the same mat. There are 2 ways to make that happen. We basically need both of these shapes to be the exact same color. So what I can do is use my mouse and just draw a border around them and then go right up here to the little color picker and then just pick one or the other of these colors. That makes everything the same color, and that tells Design Space to put both of the shapes on one mat for us to cut. Now another way that we can do this is by using the material colors feature here. This used to be called Color Sync. And to get everything to be the same color using material colors, you just drag one of the colored items down to the other color, and that makes them all the same color on your mat. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click the Make It button. We're cutting our materials on a mat. And the first thing you'll want to do is toggle the mirror button on for your mat because faux leather cuts in reverse. And then even though we're cutting these shapes on the same mat, we still want to cut them from different faux leathers. So I'm just going to drag them to different parts of my mat so I'm able to put down small pieces of each different print of faux leather. So I've got this side, I'll need a piece of faux leather about 3 inches wide and 3 inches tall. And then for the bows, I'll cut a piece about 3 inches wide and 1.5 to 2 inches tall. So I'll click continue. And the faux leather mat is going to cut using the faux leather paper thin setting. If you don't have the setting bookmarked as a favorite like I do, you can click on browse all materials and search for it. Now I like to use faux leather paper thin with more pressure. This is going to help us get a really nice cut. So let's go ahead and hop back to my overhead camera. I'll show you how I cut the faux leather with my Cricut using that blue painter's tape, and then I'll show you how to attach the earring hooks and finish up these really pretty bow earrings. So I've gone ahead and trimmed my little pieces of faux leather down to that smaller size that I saw in the mat preview screen. If you're new to cutting faux leather with your Cricut, it's always better to cut a smaller piece of faux leather, one where your shapes will cut out completely but there's not a lot of excess. And that's because when we're going to put this on our mat, we're going to tape it down, and it's easier to keep a small piece of faux leather from shifting while the blade goes through it than a much larger one. So faux leather pretty side down on our purple strong grip mat. Just going to put each different piece right in the spot I saw the shapes are going to cut. Press this down really well with your fingers, and then we're going to use blue painter's tape, and we're going to tape these pieces down on all sides. This is another way to help keep our faux leather from shifting while we're cutting. And what's great about the blue painter's tape is it doesn't leave a residue on your material or on your purple mat. So once you have your faux leather securely on your mat, all we need to do is load our mat into the machine and begin the cut with that faux leather paper thin cut setting with more pressure. So our shapes have cut one time, and I always recommend using a sharp weeding tool just to lift up the edge of the cut to make sure the cut went all the way through. If yours doesn't lift up cleanly like this, then you'll want to repeat the cut, and you can do that as many times as you need to, as long as you don't unload your mat, just by pressing the cut button. But these look pretty good, so I'm going to unload the mat and remove the shapes. Now, if any of the shapes don't come up cleanly on little tiny parts, you can always use those curved scissors just to snip them free. Here's our little bows. Now you'll want to use your sharp weeding tool to poke through the little earring holes. And again, if necessary, like this one, you can see the hole didn't cut all the way through. Not to worry, just use those little curved scissors or embroidery scissors and trim that little hole open. Now once you've trimmed all of the holes open so they're nice and clean, you may also want to take a minute and just trim up any little fuzzies on the edges of your faux leather. And again, little curved scissors or embroidery scissors are great for this. So now that we have our little earring shapes all cleaned up with clean earring holes, then all we need to do is attach our little earring hooks. So super easy. Now these earring hooks are shepherd hooks, and I've already turned this front loop here. It was sideways, and I used my pliers just to turn it from sideways to face forward. And I'll link to a YouTube video I have that shows this process in much slower detail, but I've already done that so the loops are facing forward, and that is so when we attach our earrings to this hook with a jump ring, the earrings will hang forward. So I'm just going to take one of my little 6mm jump rings here. I'm going to use 2 pair of jewelry making pliers, just open up the jump ring like that. I like to hold on to the jump ring with my pliers, and then I'm going to thread the jump ring onto the little bow, just like that. And then I will layer on the ornament on the back. And these are designed just to stack one on top of each other, just like that. And then I will thread on the little earring hook. And then I'll just use my flat nose pliers again to close that little jump ring right back up. And isn't that cute? And that's that. Aren't they cute? So here's another look at all 4 of the fun little holiday bow earrings I've designed for you. I really hope you enjoyed this project and you're going to make some of these yourself These would make great gifts for the holidays as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.